Hello, I'm taking you on a tour of Green Studio Garden Design's own garden today, principally because I think it's the tidiest it's ever been, because we're opening for the National Garden Schemes for our first day. We've also recently opened to support the local arboretum. Now this tree here is of interest to the tree people. We think it might be a Sequoiadendron giganteus, which is the giant redwood. It also to me looks a bit like a cryptomeria, but anyway, jury's out. We're all undecided. Going under the pergola. White wisteria is out in full bloom. All this rusty ironwork is old tools that we've found around the garden as we've been planting and digging. So here is a beautiful weeping beech. Over about 4 days it turns from a twig to this full-leafed lovely tree. This here's a quince, very old quince tree. Almost lost its life last year when I decided it had given up and it had to go, till the quince man persuaded me that no, it's just having an off year. And look, it's glorious this year. He was right. And interestingly, just through there, which is a very shaded part of the garden, the lilac tree is really happy. And this has been beautiful, slightly at the end of its blossoming life. Ceanothus trewithin blue, really nice specimen. And also today, this very ornamental blossom of the hawthorn, I think it's Paul's Scarlet. It's just come out for the first visitors. So along this border we've had a magnificent display of iris, geums, Erysimum bowls mauve. There's been tulips. It's been absolutely sublime. And it's still looking pretty good, but in about 2 months' time it changes again and it becomes the hot border. It's really hot pinks, bold yellows, reds and oranges along here. Lovely. So I'm just going to take you down this side. It's one of my favourite areas down here. It's very secluded, it's quite shady, and I have a really happy Acer emerald lace. Look how lovely and happy that tree is. And this tree here is quite a recent planting. You can't see them now. In autumn it has amazing pink berries. It's a Sorbus hupahensis. And here we have another of my favourite trees, the white beam, lollipop tree. Really pretty. So we're coming down the other side of the block. You can see on the border a beautiful chestnut tree, really old, very healthy chestnut tree. And then this one, which lots of people come to see, the Cedrus deodara. We're pretty sure that one is the Cedrus deodara. If I didn't raise the crown, all those branches would sweep down to the ground. So here we have the planting down to the pond area. This tree is an elderflower tree. And here's the pond area. And the newly planted Pyrus salicidifolia pendula. Planted it because, very sadly, our huge weeping willow didn't come back this year. So we had to bring it down, but some of the trunk we've used around the pond, those huge great chunks of trunk, are the old weeping willow. So also from here you can see in the middle there a magnificent weeping birch tree that's on the driveway that we came past. To the left, that's we think the redwood, and Cedrus deodara there. And then this one, which is maybe a couple of years old now, is known as the toffee apple tree because of its amazing smell in, I think it was autumn winter time when I noticed it. It's a cercidiphyllum, also known as katsura tree. And then underneath the cedar there's quite a few acers that all seem really happy in this position, partial shade. I also put one over there. I was not so sure that would be happy there, but so far so very good. And then that's a liquid amber, stunning in autumn. So along this retaining wall, which you can't actually see, is the lilac wisteria. And when we first moved here, from this end that you can see, it was about 1 metre long, and every year it's grown by about another metre. Really lovely, unusual to see it like that. And two old variety apple trees, Ribston Pippin and Adam's Pearmain. And then on this side we have I did it as a winter planting, but I kind of stretched it so it's all year round. It's lovely now. Hello Mabel, you come to see us? Yes. Underneath the apple trees I've planted pot grown Camasias and white daffodils. The blossom's gone now on the trees, but it's the most beautiful white and palest pink blossom with white daffodils and these very pale lilac camasias. Looks absolutely gorgeous, but that was about a month ago. But I think we're going to have more success with this kind of clump planting, because individual bulb planting has not really been very successful here. I think it's because the grass is too long, too thick. It is field grass. And then this is the heading down to the veg plot. This bank used to be all grass, but I've planted this and I think I've about got it how I want it now. It looks fab all year round. There'll be lots of flowers coming over the summer months. Yeah. Not got a huge amount in the beds now. Carrots, onions and parsnips are in there, but you can't see them yet. Some cabbages and broccolis in there. Here we have magnificent rhubarb, and because the Green Studio logo is the Honesty seed pods, I thought I'd plant some Honesty. So that's them, but we won't see the seed pods until autumn time. All these other beds will get planted with more veggies and cut flower seeds. And then I'm just going to take you out of the garden, up the very lovely steps, which everybody really likes. NGS sign there. They're just made of ordinary pigboard, but because they kind of stick out at different widths and they manage the slope up and out of the garden, somehow they just work beautifully. I think they're a work of art as well as being functional. And then we're back to the weeping birch tree. More trees on the border. And Studio Garden Design. Thank you for watching.